My name is Matt Black. I'm a photographer, and I've spent about the past 15 years documenting life in the Central Valley of California, which is this vast agricultural region in the heart of the state that produces about half of the nation's food. The Central Valley is a semi-arid region that was made to bloom by imported water. And now there's simply not enough water to make the valley bloom as people have become accustomed to. So we're reverting to this semi-arid state, and farmland is coming out of production. Many people in these smaller towns rely on their own pumps for their household water. The water level is sinking. Pumps are going dry. People are going out of work as there's less fields being planted. It's a widespread problem. The Central Valley Project is one of the largest man-made rearrangements of the environment through water that's ever been attempted. A series of canals and dams that span the state that supply the farms of the Central Valley with water. And this entire infrastructure, starting in the Delta, where you have these huge pumping stations that essentially they're making a river run backwards, uphill, taking out immense amounts of water to pump it south to Central Valley farms. That whole concept is coming to an end. Hundreds of communities in the Central Valley, their water supply has been contaminated by nitrate runoff, which is agriculture, which is fertilizer that's washed down through the soil into the aquifer, and people can no longer drink that water because of these high nitrate levels. In a lot of these towns, you have people who are really trying against really long odds to fix the situation, to supply what most people in the United States take for granted, which is clean household water. And for a big swath of California, people cannot drink the water that comes out of their tap. People cannot cook with it. Some people are even too afraid to wash their clothes with it because of the level of contamination, everything from nitrate to other contaminants like arsenic. And you have town after town are being impacted like this. They cannot drink their water, and they're afraid. They're afraid for their children, and they're afraid for themselves. You've had places like Kettleman City where they had a rash of birth defects. 11 children born over a 3-year period with cleft palates and other problems. And people are frightened. People are frightened about the water that's coming out of the tap. Photographing this felt like I was watching things unfold in reverse. That the environment of the Central Valley is essentially reverting to its arid state, and fields that were filled with crops are now going back to dry tumbleweeds, essentially. Watching that unfold literally is like watching time run backwards. That this whole experiment really is coming to a close.